Hi guys, welcome to another video of FBAN. Today I am going to talk about Canopy Growth company. I am a holder of lots of Aura shares, as many of you know. The cannabis industry is still in what I call a baby phase. So a lot of things in the industry are still in development and all kinds of crazy stuff happening. Inventing, and they are trying to innovate lots of stuff from out cannabis, like from smoking cannabis to drinking, eating, to even wearables. So that's the reason why I'm going to review as many cannabis stock as possible. So if you want to stay updated on the cannabis stock or in the industry of cannabis, hit the subscribe button and follow me on my investment journey in the cannabis industry. So let's take a quick look at Canopy Growth Corporation in general. Bruce Linton is the founder and is also the chairman and a co-CEO, together with Mark Zigolin of the company Canopy Growth. The company was one of the first, literally the first company that got regulated, licensed, and got a place to trade in North America. Started all with in Canada on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and the stock name is WEED, which I think it's pretty cool to have that symbol on the stock market exchange. Gives really a clear signal to investors what the company is all about. And they also were the first company that got registered or placed on the New York Exchange on last year, May 2018. So it's not even 1 year that they are on the New York Stock Exchange. And let's take a look further. Tweet is really a powerful brand, especially I will talk about this later. I think that what Canopy Growth is doing is very smart by applying a marketing strategy to make sure that the products are getting viewed by consumers as a high-end place, or the stuff they should be using. And they are collaborating at the moment with Snoop Dogg, and just recently Martha Stewart came on board in collaborating with Canopy. So if you check out the revenue, about last year in 2017 it was 40 million Canadian dollar, and we will take a look at the last quarter what they did, and you will be amazed. So this is their website. It's very simple, smart. If you want to know really more about it, just do a deeply research. Just here, click here, and you can look at the financial analyst, corporate, and all the stuff that you need to know. I have a really nice website. It's very clearly not cloudy, and you can see the information really clearly. Now here, this is the presentation of the company. You can take a quick look at Europe. At the moment they are operating in dozens of companies, as they are saying. Of course, Canada is the first and main market. Here you can see how the stock prices are performing, and just basically the information that you need to know about Canopy. And they get around 80 83,000 patients at the moment for the medical marijuana products, which is good, which is really good because 1 year ago it was around 40 or 50, I believe. You can see here they are driving record revenues at the moment. When they were started here, medical was going up. This is recreational that went up, and it was mostly because of the Canadian Canada went legal for using marijuana as recreational stuff. Just so you can smoke in your free time and enjoy it. There's no prohibition anymore. So with these two combined, they made a record revenue in the third quarter of 2018, which has a record sale of 83 million compared to 10. Oh no, just like the shipments of kilograms. But I will get back to you later how much they were last year. This is at this moment, but they are thinking the potential to make in the future, as they are projecting the program of the market in a few years that will be around 500 billion, and this is the categories that they think they can make money of, and the market will be around in the next coming years. And I can see this working as a potential. That's in general, like for cannabis drink, because more and more people are starting to drink non-alcoholic beers, and so I can see a reason why cannabis drink in general would have a nice potential to disrupt the market. And I think that's also the reason why the mother company of such as Desperados and some wines companies, they are thinking that this is a new potential market segment where they can make a lot of money in it. Now we can take here a little bit closer depth in Canopy Growth revenues. So in the third quarter of the fiscal year that they're accounting for, basically happened in 2018, but for 2019 they shipped about 10,000 kilograms of cannabis. That's really nice. But if you can here take a look, here is more what I'm interested in. If you look at the average selling price per recreational, of course 2018 wasn't much, because in October 2018 it started becoming legal in Canada. So what we see here from the average price is around $7 per gram, and a Canadian medical, that's a little bit higher, and I think there's a little bit more a bit more quality in it. It's around $9.80. And look at the international medical marijuana, that's a lot higher. It's at 13.28 per gram. So I think it's smart that Aurora is more focused on this, while Canopy is more focused on creating a brand, and I think they are pushing for it for the recreational market more, but that's only my opinion. And here's some highlights. As you can see, the total gross revenue was almost 100 million. That's pretty impressive. And if you get back here, no. So you can see that the net revenue was 83 million US dollars compared to 21.7 last year. So you can say the revenue increased like with increased like 4 times almost, which is pretty impressive. And it is one of the new partnership with cannabis company, or what is working together with Martha Stewart's company on branding and launching new line of marijuana products. And and here in this article they say that Linton get connected to Martha like a few years ago when Snoop proposed him a business deal, and at the same time Snoop was working together with Martha and introduced her to him, and that is how the relationship started. And just of a few weeks ago they officially announced that they will be working together. So if you look a little bit ahead, as the article says, I think this is one of the most interesting part of the whole article, and that is that Linton he highlighted that the partnership that he has happened with the Constellation branch, which currently only own 40% of the Canopy shares, that they are working out some deal and product that will match the new rules that are coming out in Canada. And because of that development they are expecting to make beverages of cannabis in the fourth quarter of this year. So that is really really impressive again, but I think that's really something to look forward to. And with this coming up, I am wondering what I can, or what we can expect, what the other companies will do later this year. So I think maybe because already of this, that the cannabis stock in general, all kinds of cannabis stocks will go higher this year, and maybe Canopy Growth will grow the most, but not so sure at this moment because Aurora is doing really a fantastic growth part since the beginning of this year, so we will wait and see. But it's really an interesting market, as I already said, the cannabis market. A lot of stuff is happening, and with each development coming up, the stock prices are going up and up more. And this is maybe the second interesting development that Canopy has announced this year, and that is that they are got a license, I believe, somewhere, yeah, here. They got a license from New York, where also the Constellation brand is based. That they are allowed to set up a company, business entity to make hemp and to produce it. They are focusing on products that contain mostly CBD, which is a very important ingredient or product, you can say, that helps to reduce anxiety and stress. So I think with this they are trying to offer a medicine in the health industry that helps people to relax more and have lesser anxiety attacks. So this could be something really booming in the future, but we have to look into the health markets later on. and see how that develops. So I'm going to end this video by looking one of the brand of Canopy. Treat is a really famous brand at the moment, especially since Snoop Dogg came on board, and you see all kinds of products that Snoop and Tweet produce together. And I think people are underestimating the brand strategy of this, because if you look at the few examples before, this is not a new marketing strategy. It has been already applied by a few other companies, such as Adidas with Kanye West on the Yeezys. That collaboration is pretty successful so far. Or Nike have been doing that in the past also with Michael Jordan with the Jordan shoes. That brand is still a relative at this time in this year, and it's more famous than ever. So yeah, I think this will be it for now. If you want to know more about Canopy Growth or cannabis stocks in general, hit the subscribe button to my YouTube channel and stay updated in what I'm going to do in the cannabis stock market and how I'm planning to benefit from the investment in it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy it, and see you the next time.